Through the Ravine. In today's video, we're going to do a halfway point predictions mark, predicting the World Series winner halfway through the season. We're about 85 games or so through. Less baseball is to be played than we've seen so far in the regular seasons. If the postseason started today, what are my predictions? Who's making it, who's not, and who's winning it all in October? And this is tough because there's still half the season left. There's still plenty of time. Things are going to change when it comes to the postseason seeding, and teams are going to get better, teams are going to get worse. But let's see what I have. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section about what you have. Without further ado, let's begin. We will start off in the National League, and I have the Dodgers, who currently have the best record in the National League, I think, in all of baseball even too. They will be the 1 seed for me in the NL. The Phillies will be my NL East winner. I have Philadelphia being the 2 seed, so I know they're in a race with the New York Mets, but I do have the Phillies being the better team and coming out on top just slightly. My Central Division winner, I have the Milwaukee Brewers. Here we go again. This is that one meme, and the Brewers once again going to host a wild card series as a division champion, the 3 seed. I think the Brewers are coming together nicely, and we'll see if that does in fact hold true. The 4th seed, I have the New York Mets, so the Mets will make the postseason as the 4th seed, hosting a wild card series. They will be hosting the Chicago Cubs, so the Cubs lose the division, but I still have them making the playoffs as the 5 seed in the NL, and I have the Reds making the postseason as the 6 seed in the NL. You have the Diamondbacks, you have the Padres, you have the Giants, all kind of hanging around there. The Braves are just hanging by a flare. I don't know if I missed a team or not, but regardless, I have 3 NL Central teams. That's definitely wild. Nobody really predicted that coming into the season. Those are my 6 NL teams. In the American League, I have the Detroit Tigers as the 1 seed, best team in baseball, right up there with the Dodgers. 2 seed Houston Astros. I have the Astros winning the AL West once again, but going to the bye as a 2 seed. The 3 seed New York Yankees will win the American League East as the 3 seed. It's going to be close there between the Yankees and getting the 2 and the 3 seed, I think. But right here, having the 3 seed. The AL East right now is very competitive. There's 4 teams in it, and really, who knows? It's really anyone's division at this point, but the Yankees coming out on top just slightly. The 4th seed, I have the Tampa Bay Rays hosting a playoff game. Who knows where that playoff game will be hosted, but I do have the Rays making the postseason. A very sneaky good team. The 5 seed Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox kind of just been mediocre, but so they're hanging around, and if the Red Sox get hot, watch out as the 5 seed in this bracket. And I also have the Toronto Blue Jays as the 6 seed, so that's 4 American League East teams coming out of the American League. We'll see if that happens. I think that would be a first in this postseason scenario, but 4 AL East teams. American League is not very good. I'm just going to call it how it is. American League is not very good. Limited thoughts about that. So here we go. We'll start back in the National League. 3 versus 6, Milwaukee and Cincinnati. This, NL Division battle, NL Central Division battle, I would have the Brewers coming out on top finally. They've been there like a billion times in the last 10 years, and I think the Reds, they certainly win a 3-game series on the road, but I will have the Brewers come out on top in this matchup. They move on and face the Phillies. Cubs and the Mets hosting this series. I will have the New York Mets moving on. Again, the Mets, I think they're pretty good. They could definitely go deep in October. They need a couple of tweaks, I think, to the roster. I have the Mets taking down the Cubs in that wild card series. We'll go back out to the American League. New York and Toronto, the Yankees hosting the Blue Jays. I will have the Yankees moving on in this scenario. Tampa Bay hosting the Red Sox. I will have Tampa Bay moving on in this scenario. So far I have no upsets, but technically I have upsets when it comes to like who's making it, because some of these teams are not in a current postseason spot. So that is kind of my upset of this video, I guess. I have the Yankees and the Astros and the Rays and the Tigers in the division series. Back in the National League, Mets and Dodgers, Milwaukee and Philadelphia. Start with the Dodgers and the Mets. I will have the Dodgers coming out on top. It could be a 5-game series, maybe 4, depending on how good the Dodgers are going to be down the stretch. But I think the Dodgers will get the better of the Mets. The Mets are dangerous in a 5-game set. They beat the Dodgers in 2015 in a 5-game series. LA was the favorites. So history could repeat itself, but I will have the Dodgers ever so slightly moving on past the Mets in an NLCS rematch. Brewers and Phillies, I will have the Phillies in this series. I think there's just too much firepower there for the Brewers to kind of overcome the Phillies. The Phillies go to the NLCS. Phillies and Dodgers in the NLCS. Back to the AL, I have the Yankees and the Astros. In this scenario, I'm going to take the Houston Astros. The Astros are kind of being slept on right now. They've kind of lost their star power in a sense when it comes to their core four, whatever you want to call it. Springer, Correa, Altuve, Bregman, those guys, they're kind of gone by the wayside. They're coming up with a new car now, and I guess Altuve is still there. But don't sleep on the Stros. I have them getting past the Yankees in this scenario, and I have the Tigers moving on past the Rays. The Tigers, they're really good. They could play baseball. Let me just say that much. Houston and Detroit's a wild card series rematch from last year in the American League Championship Series. We'll stay here in the American League. I will have the Tigers beating the Astros in the ALCS. I just think the Tigers are too good, and if they could do the right moves at the deadline, they did it last year. I think they'll do it again this year. I have the Tigers going to the World Series for the first time since 2012. Back in the National League, I have the Phillies and the Dodgers in the NLCS. I'm going to take the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers are better than the Phillies. The Phillies, a very good team, but I think the Dodgers are just that much better in all facets. When they are on, I don't think anyone can take down the Dodgers. Have the Dodgers going on to the World Series once again, where they will meet the Detroit Tigers, a opening day rematch from this past season at Dodger Stadium, where the Dodgers swept the Tigers in a 3-game sets, and the Tigers have not even looked at the same team. They have not been fazed by that series, and they are just taking out everybody. So Detroit's in LA in the World Series. My spring training prediction, I had the Tigers and the Dodgers in the World Series. So I'm going to stick to that prediction. I think at this point, put my chips all in, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to stick with my prediction of Tigers, Dodgers in the World Series. And I do have the Dodgers coming out on top over the Tigers, let's call it in 6 games. So yeah, I'm going to stick to it. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section on my halfway point predictions. As always, I will see you guys in the next one.